We live. We are live after a whole week of not getting on this, yo. We haven't been on since like Tuesday, right? But we are live. All glory be to the Most High. All glory be to the Most High. All day, every day. It's been a different week, I'll tell you that much. It's been a different week. It's been a different week. Yo, hope everyone has had a great day. It is February 20th of 2020. That's 2-20-2022. That's a lot of twos right there. That's 1, 2. That's 5, 2. That's a 10. That makes 1. So whoever was born on today, their life path is a number numero uno. It's a great day though. It's a great day. We missed our early flight today, flying back in from Florida. And you know what? We didn't take it personal because at the end of the day, it was our dumbasses' inability to follow orders that caused us to miss our flight. We didn't even check in. We got to the flight like an hour early, but we still hadn't checked in. So, fuck it. Had to chill in the airport for about 8 hours. Slept, meditated, read, wrote down, you know what I'm saying? Did my journaling. Basically fasted all day. I didn't eat nothing. I didn't feel like eating in the airport. So I ain't eat, I ain't drink anything until I got home around 8 in the evening, 8:30 in the evening. But it's been a great day either way, you know? Hydrate. You gotta stay hydrated. But yo, check it. Just wanted to talk about some simple things today, or something just really simple. Really, today's talk is gonna be more on crypto, right? On cryptocurrency, the conscious community's duty, and you know, our own duty as individuals, right? The duty of us, the conscious community, is to not allow, you know, our ego, pride, arrogance, or hubris to cause us to overlook and blind us from our true duty, which is to bring value to humanity, to do our best, you know, to provide some form of insight through the information that we provide that informs, inspires, illuminates, and invites others to, you know, embark on this path of personal development on a physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, and also financial level. We don't just exist in the physical or in the mental. We also exist in the spiritual, in the emotions and the memories that we create through the experiences that we have with other people, right? And also through the impact that we can have on life, right? That relates to like the financial, the visions, the purpose that we have come here to fulfill through our own uniqueness and our own authentic ways of being. We can look at history, and we have many people that have come and they have lived their true selves and that has allowed them to continue to be looked upon and utilized as a totem pole, like, I guess, source of hope, inspiration, insight, and influence, so that those individuals that see those other people as that can grow from them. You know, we have individuals like Malcolm X that, you know, and Martin Luther King, right, that based on their own unique upbringing and their background and constructs and environment that cultivated who they grew up to be, allowed them to mold themselves by overcoming, you know, obstacles and shortcomings into something that was truly informative, influential, inspirational, and inviting to many individuals in their sphere of influence, and individuals still today that weren't even alive when they were alive, right? And that's what I mean when I say that to be of value, we must develop that true self, that unique individual that is bound by morals and ethics and fundamental principles and core values that develop not just a persona and personality, but an individual of character and integrity and honor that does the right thing is when nobody is watching, and also when things get tough, right? Now, in the time that we're living today, you know, especially as it relates to, you know, finances and crypto, and, you know, crypto, that's why I said, like, wanted to talk today about crypto. Like, you know, crypto is a very powerful tool, right? We are in the future, and in the further future, some form of crypto or blockchain will be used as a strong arm for the technocratic order. You know what I'm saying? These Illuminati, these secret societies, these secret orders that govern the governments of the world, you know, those shadow governments, for the purposes of managing and controlling the financial liberty and buying power of the masses, right? What we currently the currently monetarily insignificant ones, what we do in the meantime will determine where we and our family stand when all of this starts to happen. You know, when these mediums of control through the technologically driven monetary systems begin to take hold and have a greater impact on our Western society, just as it is having right now, right? On countries like China, where, you know, the social credit system, if you violate some kind of, like, you know, policy or whatever in public, money is directly withdrawn from your account without your say so, without you having any form of control, because everything is very very restricted and you know, collectively controlled over there, you know, through the communistic system that operates in that country. You know, I'm not very well read as it relates to those kind of things, but this is kind of like my interpretation of how I understand it, right? And what we can do, you know, based on our understanding of these crypto projects and how we use them, will determine if we are capable of better assisting our families and community or not, right? Right now, we have the opportunity to catch many of these new projects early on, and it is apparent by many of the individuals that, you know, by having the insight and the information, they have already made, you know, these projects have already made many unknowns with a simple investment of $1,000 or $500 or even as much as $10,000 invested into known millionaires and billionaires. And this is not just me pulling shit out of my ass. This is a fucking fact. I saw a post where somebody, I said related to Shiba, right? Somebody invested $8,000 last year, January 2001, in Shiba Inu. And by the end of the year, they had become a billionaire. That's crazy. I only put like $250 in August, and then and around October time, when it was at its peak, at its highest, that $250 was almost 3,000, I think $4,000. You know, that's crazy. From a $250 investment to $4,000. So that's just one of a multiplicity of different projects, right? That have the potential to make people rich. I have a friend that retired back in 2016, 2017, 2018, and when I saw him one day, I was doing a little business with him. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm retiring. I'm about to move to Spain." I'm like, "Retiring, bro? You're like 26." And just this past August, when Bitcoin hit one of his new highs, this fucker posts a screenshot of his bank account, and it reads 1.01 million, and he was like, "I have finally become a millionaire." And he was like, basically like what a lot of people do, like we say, like, yo, these people that doubted me, my family, my uncles, my aunts, my moms, all these, my friends, all these people that put me down, that call you stupid, here it is. I'm the fool, but you're still working for somebody else. You're still a slave for the system. You have nothing to fall back on. If you died, you got nothing to leave your families. And this is me just putting extra shit out there. But here he is, worth $1 million at 30, coming from nothing, from the same place that I came from. And that just goes to show, like, there's a lot of potential in today for many people to become rich, not just through cryptocurrencies, but there are many problems in this world that there are many of us, all of us, walking around with some form of solution for some of these problems. And those solutions could easily turn us into individuals that don't have to depend upon a technocratic, a corporate, a governmental system that misuses and abuses the rights that have been, given to it by the governed to misgovern them. We don't have to depend on these systems. There are many people today that have become financially independent through fighting, through participating in combat sports. The only thing is that they had the proper upbringing, or they made the decisions to financially educate themselves so that they can use whatever they have been learning and the tenacity that they have cultivating through combat sports, to apply that tenacity into something different, such as the realm of businesses, so that today they can flow through this gaggle fuck that we're seeing today on the global paradigm, right? These schemes to control, to manipulate, to coerce individuals into taking actions that are, not conducive to a better lifestyle for them, health-wise, mentally, physically, emotionally, and especially spiritually and financially. But if we, the unknowns, can use some of these, some of this information to make ourselves better, becoming more knowledgeable, feeding our intellect, so that, we can take the fullest, take these opportunities for all the potential that they have to offer. Doing so can give us the ability to not just help ourselves, our families, but also our communities. It could bring a sense of liberty and freedom, comforts, and many opportunity that, today are not possible because we lack the foundation the information, the guidance, and a set of honorable and, you know, courageous individuals confident enough to put what they are learning, what they are obtaining from the world, into its best use for the collective. Now, money is not everything. We know that, you know, but it is a powerful and very necessary tool in this physical life. You know, Ecclesiastes says, money answereth all things. Money answers all things that bring joy, that bring comfort, and through that joy and comfort that they provide, right, by allowing us the capacity to throw feast, to buy food, to purchase medicine, to purchase the assistance of specialists so that we can help others, you know, with their heartaches, with their pains, with their discomforts. Money answers those things in this physical realm that no fucking wishy-washy, you know, bullshit energetic meditation or nothing else can truly provide. Because you can meditate all you want, but if you're not out here doing the work, like the physical work, there's only so much energetic work that you can do. We are body, you know, we are matter and energy, or energy and consciousness. And consciousness requires matter in order to have the energetic operations necessary to have the impact that it needs. Right? So if we're not taking the actions, no amount of meditation is going to fucking change anything. If we're just enriching ourselves, but we're not sharing that richness with society, that ain't going to fucking help nobody. We're only fitting our ego. We're only fooling ourselves in the process. It's not just about talking. It's about walking. Right? Like, our guy Jesus didn't just fucking meditate and pray. The dude went out and walked that shit. And if he had to move so that his work he could have more opportunity to do his work, he would move. They say, like, yo, bro, they coming to kill you. And it's like, all right, let's go walk. Let's go to this town. Let's go to that town. Until it came to that point where he was like, you know what? My time has come. Ain't no more running. It's time to face the fucking bullshit. Whatever happens, happens. And if whatever happens at the end of the day is meant to happen the way that it has happened, because something is telling me ain't no more running. And still, look, because this individual developed himself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and if not even financially, but purpose-wise, it allowed him to also mold and create other masters that were able to continue to build up other masters after him. You know what I'm saying? Other disciples. By living his true self, his authentic self. He's just one of many. Look at how many people, by following in Buddha's example, have also been able to, you know, mold themselves into great spiritual leaders and healers. But it ain't just about talking. It ain't just about meditation. You have to be able to walk on certain paths and do certain things that, you know, may seem uncomfortable to you. Sometimes talking might be your action. Talking might be the action you might need to take, writing some books. But, hey, like I said, money is not everything, but it is a very powerful tool, and it is necessary in this physical experience. Money is an expression of appreciation, and with the right mindset and skill set, money can provide any worthy servant the opportunity to show divine source how truly appreciative he or she truly is of the blessing that is life. We are only here to expand our consciousness and through it have a infinitely positive, long-lasting, and impactful effect on reality. Though many have forgotten their soul's purpose in life, it behooves us of each and every one of us to remember what that is. Our purpose in life is to develop ourselves spiritually. It's not to just come and, create the greatest wealth, or, you know what I'm saying, to have the greatest physique, or to be the greatest fighter. It is to have a truly impactful and, revealing spiritual experience that allows for enlightenment and wisdom. Like if we don't truly gain any wisdom, any understanding, any clarity from our life experiences, then we have failed at our fucking life. Like we have failed at using these physical vessels to have the spiritual evolution that we're meant to have in this physical life. Like if we just came and had kids and we died and we just lived as alcoholics or undisciplined fucks, then we failed. We failed, and now we're going to recycle back, and we're going to have to come back and from the bottom work our way to the top again. That's the reason why so many people die filled with regret. They never truly live. Their life is dictated and directed by what they feel and want and think, rather than what is, rather than what source consciousness is telling them. Because more often than not, we're going to a lot of individuals, their life is going to be dictated and directed by their animal instincts rather than their higher self, their higher thinking. You have two voices in your head. You always have. You have the negative and you have the positive. You have the really loud one, which is the positive, and then you have the one in the background, which is really comforting, and it's just like, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But it does. But as it's been said, not just by me, but by many others, we have been given the liberty of choice, and it is up to each and every one of us what we choose to do with our will, with our power, with our liberties, and the dignity that we have that no other animal has, to choose what becomes of our life by the decisions that we make. And so, I just believe it is my duty to try to bring some clarity as best as possible. Like I said, these crypto, these blockchains, these are but opportunities. They can become a detriment to us if we don't utilize them properly, and if we don't take advantage of the opportunities that they're providing to us right now. These banking institutions, these banking cartels, right? These corporate banking cartels, they're going to do their best to use the corporate arms, the governmental arms that they have, financial control over, to pass legislations and policies and amendments that, they seek to allow, that they will use to allow them to have better say-so over how these projects are implemented and how they're utilized, and how much say-so and how the people, the masses, utilize them themselves. We can take advantage of us, and we can, set a lot of our family and even ourselves up for success, and to have an even greater say-so of what happens in the future. But if we don't ever start, shit ain't ever gonna change. Like, these individuals that today we now see that they have a great control over the world. Like, we have not had this much access to information for a very long time, for the last 2,000 years. But over the last 100 years, and especially over the last 20 years and 30 years of the internet, we have had a lot of access to a lot of information, which has allowed a great number of humanity to wake up. As much as you may see like the world is going to shit, a lot of people are waking up, and not just adult, but also children. A lot of children. I guarantee you have seen a lot of conscious channel by young adults, like teenagers, like 15 year olds and 17 year olds. Like, I didn't come upon this information till I was like 25. You get what I'm saying? So individuals that look like you and I, you know what I'm saying? Not just older white men or older, melanated individuals, but like fucking young ass people having access to conscious information that all it needs is like the right perspective to put everything into perspective and to alter that perception for life. But yeah, I just wanted to come and share that, man. Like, there's a lot of positive to these cryptocurrencies, but just understand that the end goal of these corporations is to use the digital aspects and these assets to, have greater control over the people. So the more understanding you have of it, the more use you give to it in the proper fashion, the better and the more positive the impact that you can have on your life, on your families, and your communities through it. The less time you'll waste and the more good things you'll do with your time on this life. Other than that, many fortunes, many blessings to you all. And may you make the best use of this video. May you have a great rest of this month and an even greater rest of this year and these next 8 years and this decade to come. Alright? Much power, much love, much abundance to you all. All grace and all glory and praise be to the Most High, on high, within the heaven that is your mind. One.